When the chimps are on patrol, that's a uniquely intense and aggressive moment, and it's so wild to watch. To see them, these hulking chimpanzees, move through the forest in coordination. When you're there with that and you're very close to these violent encounters with the other chimps, is there any concern there that you could get caught up in this sort of violent frenzy and maybe be in danger of being attacked? Or
you hear about these things happening, you know it's a possibility, will be there when it happens and when it's filmed. So we ask exactly the same question. So this is, I've been through the exact same process as you are now and had this conversation with the scientists, like, are we going to be safe?
Right.
Is it safe for us to, where should we be or where should we not be if this happens when we're there? So totally, we had exactly the same questions and we just didn't know. And we were reassured by the scientists, you'll be amazed. Like, wow. If you see those things, they will happen, but they will ignore you. And their only warning was that definitely don't get too close. Because the level of excitement around the chimps during these encounters, if there's ever a time when they could accidentally come very close to you or suddenly see you and get a bit of a fright, they wouldn't want to take that sort of a risk with us. So they did. We were warned, keep a respectful distance from that.
One of the reasons why chimps attack people is because if people give something to someone else and they don't give it to them, they have a real sense of fairness.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a famous story of this guy who had a pet chimp. And then the thing about chimps is you can keep them when they're young, and then they get older, and it's like a man, but a man that's 5 times stronger than you. And like, why is he going to listen to you? He's not going to listen to you. So I think he started biting off fingers. It's one of the things that chimps do. When chimps get mad at you, they bite off your finger. Yeah, just to let you know, they're the boss. Like, they don't give a fuck if you're injured. They have no remorse, right? And they're intelligent. So you have this thing that's not a dog. It's not a person. It's this weird in-between thing. It's an animal, but it's also intelligent. And so when you do something for someone else, but you don't do something for them, they get rage, like horrific rage. So this guy gets rid of this chimp, brings it to a shelter. The shelter takes it in, and he goes to visit it every year. And the chimp goes to see him like, oh, my friend, I miss you. Why can't I come home? But he can't come home ever because he would just take over the house, right? Because he's a grown chimp. They don't castrate chimps the way they castrate dogs. Like when you castrate a dog, like everybody, it's standard. People think it's good. Oh, did you get your dog neutered? Yeah, I did. And you want your dog to have no testosterone. You want your dog to have no balls. But then it becomes a different thing. So you can't do that to chimps. For whatever reason, you can't do that to chimps.
You can't neuter a chimp.
So this guy goes to visit the chimp, and he brings a birthday cake. Happy birthday, buddy. And the other chimps that are in cages right next to it are like, this motherfucker didn't bring me a cake? I can't believe this shit. So they figure out a way to get out. And they got out and they attacked the man and they tore him apart. They tore his face off. They tore his dick off. They tore his feet off. They bit his fingers off. It's one of the most horrific, cruel attacks you'll ever hear of, because they did it to try to take away from him the things he wants and needs. Like, chimps recognize you need your fingers in order to do things. You need your face in order to see. You need your dick in order to fuck. So that's the things they go after.
have you ever went and looked for the Bondo ape?
No, I know what it is, but no, never gone and looked for it.
They're sure that's a real thing.
Really?
Yeah, they've got skulls and hair samples and photographs and video. And for people who don't know what we're talking about, it's a gigantic chimpanzee.
Right.
Like a 6 foot tall chimpanzee, which is just fucking nuts.
And it does walk erect, right?
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. It's really interesting because I think for the longest time, they didn't think they were real. It's a part of that Michael Crichton book, Congo.
Okay.
Remember, there was a really terrible movie that was made?
I know the book
Look at the size
as well.
of that fucker.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that's one of them.
And that doesn't look like forced perspective. You know what I mean?
No.
It looks like they're right in front of them.
And that's one from the early 1900s, I believe, where these guys shot one, and they were like, "What is this? This is just giant chimp." See if you can find the one of there. Right above is the one where it's walking right there. Yeah.
Oh, that's the
camera trap.
Wow.
The thing walking.
And he's erect.
Yeah, he's erect, and he's,
Is he?
These people that one of the sightings, they saw one walk by a truck, like walk across a road. They said it was the same height as the truck.
That's insane.
So they have like a Toyota Helix or something like
Right,
that, and it's literally the height, like a 6 foot tall man. But
during the biggest encounter that we filmed, the camera people were sort of like in it and around it, and sort of at one stage sort of like accidentally between the two groups as they were sort of standing off. And that there's certain way, I mean, the chimps move so fast and they reorganize, separate, or whatever, so you can try and be in the perfect position, but then that perfect position could quickly become where you don't want to be because of where the chimps have gone. So through no fault of their own, there are times when they're in there, sort of. It's a bit like being a war reporter or something. But weirdly, they're so focused on what it is they're doing and have no interest in sort of involving or redirecting their aggression to the humans at all. There are some quite high profile and sort of like pretty tragic sort of human-chimp interactions, aren't there? In
N'Gogo?
No, I mean sort of like things that have happened at zoos or whatever. And I think that it does give a sort of an unusual impression of what chimps are like in the wild. They have all that sort of capability, and more so. The N'Gogo chimps, there's so many of them, and they are engaged in these sort of violent competitions with other groups. That's a very real thing, and it can get serious. But their relationship with people is just completely different.
They don't just try to kill you; they try to take away what it means to be a human. So if you try to hide your hands, they'll pull your hands away from them and open them up and bite them off like crazy with a rage-filled look in their eye. And they don't communicate with language, so they only have this sense in their head of what's fair and what's not fair and what you've done to them. So if you do something that makes them jealous, they think immediately you've done something bad to them. They don't think that, no, I just gave my friend a cake. You made them feel bad, so it's you. You made them feel bad, so they go right after you.
I totally get it, and those are exactly the sort of things I wanted to know before I stepped in and go. Well, I mean,
for sure.
You need to know. But amazingly, when you've been there, around it, and even once you've just been on a single patrol with them, actually, and they are exhilarating. When you go on patrol with N'Gogo chimps, it's amazing. They are taking you on a journey to the edge of their border, and they're fully committed and they're coordinated, and
they don't seem to care that you're following
and
them.
they're allowing you to sort of be there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's an incredible experience. Actually, it's real adrenaline.
Yeah, there they are. Look at that. This was my favorite part. Just watching them move in coordination and just wondering, like, how do they know? Like, what are they doing? It almost seems like they're gesturing in some ways, like that chimp with the one hand.
Oh, so this is the behind the scenes
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, exactly. Gestures quite often that in our form, or hands all over each other.
Yeah.
That's undeniable. These
Yeah.
sort of reassuring gestures. They know they're in this like tense situation. They're nervous. I think that you can read into that they're sort of telling each other that, like, I'm with you, I'm here. That physical contact is just, it's just reassuring each other that we're in this together. It's you and me.
And I mean, to go back to the Bigfoot thing, you can totally see where we get that from, right?
For sure,
You
yeah.
look at this huge primate that's the size of a human being, and your brain instantly goes, it's mythological.
And I'm pretty sure that they didn't have photos of this thing until the 20th century, like the late 20th century.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a trip, man. They nest on the ground like gorillas.
Like a gorilla, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the locals have two different names for chimps. They call them tree beaters and lion killers.
Huh.
And the tree beaters are the ones that are up in the trees, the smaller chimps.
Sure.
And the lion killers are these big ones.
That live on the ground.
Yeah, and apparently there's some either video footage or there was some eyewitness account of one of them eating a leopard.
No way.
So it was a dead leopard that they were eating, whether or not they killed it or they found it, but they were eating this fucking thing.
Regardless, like, to be a primate at the top of the food chain eating a big cat, I mean, that's nuts. It's nuts.
Would you ever think of going there and trying to find those things?
Fuck yeah.
They're deep in there.
Great.
Yeah. I think they're in a place called Bili in the Congo. That's where they think they are. They've isolated a population of them there.
Really? My mom
Yeah.
just got back from the Congo, and she still does like her own adventure stuff. And she was saying it's just like, she's been all over as well. She's like, it's mind blowing. Like, there's so much remoteness and unstudied area that there could be all kinds of things.
God damn, man. It's like a sort of a, it's an interesting study in the way sometimes people look at things. Like, we've all been jealous, right? You've been jealous of someone. You see someone who's doing something well, and you're like, oh, I wish I was that guy. But you don't go attack that person, right? People recognize, like, it's not his fault that I feel bad that he has this Corvette. I have to just, I just got to appreciate the guy's hustle. Guy's out there kicking ass. All right, I got to get my shit together. But there's a thing that we have initially, especially when they're children. We feel angry, like you feel upset, like you feel like you've been shorted, like someone's, oh, why didn't I get that? This is bullshit. He gets it and I don't. It's a fascinating part of humans. And then humans, as we get older and more sophisticated with language, but still carry the same childish emotions, we find reasons to be upset at someone for being successful. We find reasons. Eat the rich. You know, we find these weird little ways that we can justify our jealousy or our anger or our disdain for those who are more successful than we. So it's like we're coming up with complicated, sophisticated ways to justify these primal behaviors that chimps exhibit in just violent rage.
Chimp on chimp violence is a lot harder to watch than the chimp on monkey violence for me personally. And whether I'm there myself or whether I'm seeing it recorded later on, I think there's kind of a sadness to that personally. Quite often it's because in truth it gets more serious if the chimps outnumber them significantly. So when chimps are kind of equal sized groups, when they come into contact, they're usually less violent situations
Because there's too much danger.
There's too much danger, too much at stake. It's kind of a bit bravado. So they run at each other a few times, but if there's enough chimps on either side, you can pretty much know that in this immediate situation, no one's going to get badly hurt. They get badly hurt when they're outnumbered, and obviously that, on a human level, just no one likes seeing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's just unfortunately, we've all sort of seen that personally, or clips of that in humans, and it's the most uncomfortable, horrible stuff. You know, it really makes you horrible.
The chimps exactly know the human anatomy all that well, but they know what's important to you. Your face, your fingers.
Fucking hell.
Tore this guy apart.
So if he would have brought pieces of cake and given them to all the chimps in all the cages,
They would all be happy.
Right.
Yeah. But they're also angry that they're captive. So when they get captive, look, being captive for a chimp is probably a similar feeling as to what it would be to be captive as a person. Right? If you see a chimp at the zoo and they're in this big containment, and they all these monkey bars and stuff they could hang on, but there's a bunch of people staring at them. Like all day long, people are staring at you through glass, and there's a ceiling, like there's a net over the top so you can't go over the top, and there's fences, and you're just like, fuck, every day is boring. Nothing happens every day. There's no lions, there's no fruit to go pick, there's no places to go journey to explore. Like, chimps travel around, man. They don't just sit in one particular 100-yard area for the rest of their life, and it's not even 100 yards, right? If you go to the LA Zoo, you ever see how small that enclosure is?
Yeah.
I went there and I immediately felt sadness. I was like, oh no, these poor creatures. Yeah. Like, they don't want to be here. Like, what are we doing? Like, we can't do this. I was thinking, like, I got to get out of here.
It's true. No, you're right. And it's very bizarre. Same thing with SeaWorld. Same thing with all those places.
Oh, SeaWorld's worse.
Yeah.
Because they're as smart as us, if not smarter.
Yeah.
We don't even really know how smart orcas are, right? Because or dolphins, because we put them in these weird categories, like how much emails do they send? Do they make houses? No, they must be stupid. But they have a cerebral cortex that's 40% larger than ours. We don't know how smart they are. They also communicate. They have a weird, sophisticated language that we can't decipher. We can't decipher it. We don't know what their language is. They've been able to recognize specific accents, so they know there's there's a Southern accent and a Cleveland accent. There's a Chicago accent. Orcas have accents. Like, we can tell this by the sound. Oh, this is an orca from Alaska, or this is an orca from Seattle.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The scientists at Ngogo, we know them really well now, and we've worked with them for a long time. So, we share things and they share stories that on a more personal level with us. But they are obviously better than we or a viewer would be at detaching themselves. This is just what happens. They're there to observe and try and understand. It's not an emotional thing. But even they who have been there for many years, and I think particularly because they've been there for many years, sometimes you see an act of violence on a chimp that you've known and been following around for ages. They may not care about you, but you really care about them, and it's sad. Yeah, it's very sad.
During the filming, or at least on the show, there's one instance of the chimpanzees killing another chimp. Was there more of that?
You're blowing all this.
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
You think it's a spoiler alert, but I'm telling you, it's
that's
just
fine.
It's so complex
it's
and so fascinating and so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay, good. No, it's fine.
I
don't know. It's,
I know it's
new
your
for me,
baby.
so
I
well,
understand.
I was thinking, does it really matter? It doesn't matter. I don't know.
It's so good, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so that happens.
Was it only one time while you were there?
Yes, couple of occasions whilst we were there.
And that is how. I mean, is it conflicted? Do you almost have this like feeling that you want to intervene and protect the chimp, or?
I think, yeah, everybody who's been around, those feelings,
Yeah.
are that you wish it wouldn't happen.
Right.
You don't want this to conclude in the way that you think it might. But again, I think I totally understand why you're asking, but I think once you've been around them enough, and you have to have this commitment to, and it's part of the same point that you're asking earlier about that impact on their lives. You want zero impact on their lives, or minimal, right?
This is it. This is the moment we've traveled so incredibly far for. Not only to the Congo and up this mountainside is the biggest gorilla in the Congo.
In the heart of Congo's dense jungle, where the trees whisper secrets only the bravest dare to uncover, an explorer stumbled upon a mysterious sight. This was not your average discovery. It was a clan of jungle chimpanzees as large as humans, living in an area untouched by time and human interference. These apes were said to be fearless, with the strength and presence to rival that of the jungle's fiercest predators. Join us in exploring the reality behind the myths and uncovering the truths about these remarkable creatures. Geographical context of the Billy Forest. The Billy Forest, located in the northeastern part of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, is a mysterious place that draws the interest of adventurers and scientists alike. This dense and lush forest covers a vast area stretching for hundreds of kilometers and serving as a critical habitat for many species of plants and animals. The Billy Forest is part of the larger Congo Basin, one of the most biodiverse regions on the planet, and it plays a vital role in the Earth's ecosystem. Geographically, the Billy Forest is situated near the town of Billy, which is the closest point of access for travelers and researchers. The surrounding landscape is marked by rolling hills, rivers, and swamps, making it a diverse environment. The Congo River and its tributaries define much of the region, providing essential water sources for both the wildlife and the local communities that depend on these waterways for fishing and transportation. The river is a lifeline, winding its way through the forest and creating rich floodplain ecosystems that support an incredible variety of life. The climate in the Billy Forest is tropical, characterized by high humidity and significant rainfall throughout the year. The rainy season typically lasts from October to May, bringing heavy downpours that can turn paths into muddy rivers and create temporary waterfalls cascading down the hillsides. During the dry season, the weather becomes more pleasant, but the forest remains lush with vegetation. This unique climate allows for a wide range of plant species to thrive, making the Billy Forest a botanical wonder. As you step into the Billy Forest, the first thing you notice is the towering trees. Some of these trees can reach heights of over 50 meters, creating a thick canopy that shelters the forest floor from the sun. Species like the African mahogany and the towering kapok tree dominate this landscape. The kapok tree is particularly impressive, known for its broad trunk and large spreading branches. Its seeds are encased in fluffy, cotton-like fibers that float in the wind, allowing them to spread far and wide. The understory of the forest is filled with smaller trees, shrubs, and a variety of ferns that thrive in the limited sunlight that filters through the canopy. This layer is home to many creatures, including monkeys, birds, and reptiles. The rich diversity of flora provides food and shelter for countless species. For example, the leaves of the wild mango tree attract different insects, which in turn attract birds and mammals looking for a meal. The wildlife in the Billy Forest is astonishing, with over 400 species of mammals and countless birds, reptiles, and insects. The forest is a vibrant ecosystem. Local communities living near the Billy Forest have a long-standing relationship with the forest. The people here rely on the forest for their livelihoods, hunting, fishing, and gathering fruits and nuts. They have a deep respect for nature and understand the importance of maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Many local tribes still practice traditional methods of farming and fishing, using their knowledge of the land to sustainably harvest its resources. Let's begin with chimpanzees. To know more about the mysterious chimpanzees that have captured our attention, let's learn what chimpanzees are first. They are our closest living relatives in the animal kingdom and are fascinating creatures that exhibit a wide range of characteristics that make them both intriguing and endearing. Belonging to the species Pan troglodytes, chimpanzees are known for their remarkable intelligence, complex social structures, and diverse behaviors. Living primarily in the forests and savannas of equatorial Africa, these primates showcase a variety of typical characteristics that highlight their adaptability and evolutionary significance. One of the most striking features of chimpanzees is their physical appearance, 130 pounds, with males generally larger than females. Their bodies are covered in coarse black or dark brown hair, and they have a distinctive face, with a prominent brow ridge, expressive eyes, and a flat nose. Chimpanzees possess long arms and shorter legs, which are well adapted for both arboreal and terrestrial locomotion. They are knuckle walkers, meaning they move on all fours, but this unique method of locomotion allows them to traverse both the ground and the trees with ease. Chimpanzees are known for their exceptional intelligence, which is one of the key traits that set them apart from other primates. They have large brains relative to their body size, and studies have shown that their cognitive abilities are comparable to those of young human children. Chimpanzees are capable of problem-solving, tool use, and even rudimentary forms of communication. They can use sticks to extract termites from mounds, stones to crack open nuts, and leaves to soak up water. This tool use demonstrates their capacity for planning and understanding cause and effect relationships, traits that are often associated with higher intelligence. They live in communities or troops, typically consisting of 20 to 150 individuals. These social groups are characterized by a complex hierarchy, with dominant males often leading the group. However, female chimpanzees also play critical roles within the troop, especially in nurturing their young and maintaining social bonds. Chimpanzees are highly social animals, engaging in grooming behaviors that help strengthen relationships and build alliances. Grooming is not merely a hygienic activity, it serves as a crucial mechanism for social bonding, conflict resolution, and establishing hierarchies. They have a repertoire of sounds, such as pant hoots, screams, and grunts, each serving a specific purpose. For instance, pant hoots are often used to convey excitement or to communicate with distant members of the troop. Chimpanzees also use gestures and facial expressions to express emotions, such as fear, aggression, or affection. Their ability to convey complex emotions and intentions adds depth to their social interactions and highlights their advanced cognitive skills. Chimpanzees are omnivores, meaning they consume a varied diet that includes fruits, leaves, seeds, nuts, and occasionally meat. They are known for their love of fruit, particularly ripe figs and bananas, which make up a significant portion of their diet in the wild. Chimpanzees have also been observed hunting smaller primates, such as monkeys, in cooperative groups. What is the Bili ape? The Bili ape refers to a group of chimpanzees found in the Bili Forest, located in the northeastern part of Congo. The Bili Forest has become famous not only for its unique wildlife, but also for the fascinating legends surrounding the Bili apes, sometimes referred to as lion killers by local communities due to their impressive size and strength. The Bili ape is not recognized as a distinct species, but is generally classified as a population of eastern chimpanzees, specifically belonging to the species Pan troglodytes Schweinfurthi. However, what sets the Bili apes apart from other chimpanzee populations are their larger size and certain behavioral traits that have sparked curiosity and speculation among scientists and conservationists alike. Local legends describe these apes as being significantly larger than typical chimpanzees, with some accounts suggesting they can stand up to 2 meters tall. This remarkable size has led to many questions about their biology and behavior. The first recorded sightings of the Bili apes date back to the late 1800s and early 1900s, when European explorers and hunters ventured into the Congo. They brought back stories of encountering large, unknown primates in the Bili area. One notable figure was W.H.E.W.D. van der Schulenburg, who reported encountering massive chimpanzees during his travels in 1903. These early accounts fueled speculation about the existence of a new primate species in the region. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Bili apes is their behavior. During explorations, researchers have noted that these apes sometimes build nests on the ground, a behavior more typical of gorillas. This has led to speculation that the Bili apes may have adapted their nesting habits due to the dense underbrush of the forest, or possibly as a response to the threats they face in their environment. Ground nests are less common among chimpanzees, who typically build nests in trees to escape predators. This unique adaptation raises questions about the ecological pressures that the Bili apes experience. Despite the excitement surrounding the Bili apes, there remains much to learn about them. The scientific community has approached the subject with a mix of curiosity and caution. While genetic testing has confirmed that the Bili apes belong to the eastern chimpanzee population, their larger size and unique behaviors continue to intrigue researchers. The variations observed in the Bili apes have led to discussions about the potential for undiscovered subspecies or variations within known species. Early sightings and research. The story of the Bili apes is one steeped in mystery and intrigue, kicking off way back in the early 20th century. It all started in 1908, when an explorer named Carl Hagenbeck stumbled upon some local legends while wandering through the Congo. According to Hagenbeck, he heard tales from native hunters who spoke of unusually large chimpanzees lurking in the shadows of the Bondo region. But these weren't your average chimpanzees. The locals described them as strong enough to take down lions and leopards. Now that's a tall tale, one that piqued the interest of many. Fast forward to 1935, And along comes Ernst Schwartz, a German anatomist and primatologist who wasn't about to let these stories go uninvestigated. Intrigued by the reports, he decided to embark on a journey to the Bondo region to see what all the fuss was about. Schwartz hit the ground running, collecting testimonials from locals and examining physical evidence that could back up these wild claims. He even came across skulls and hair samples that were said to belong to the mysterious Billy apes. What he found was fascinating. These apes seemed to show physical traits that set them apart from other chimpanzees, sporting larger body sizes and unique facial features. It was like he was uncovering a hidden chapter in the book of evolution. As the 1950s rolled around, the allure of the Billy apes continued to draw in explorers and researchers eager to uncover the truth. Among them were Harold and Mary Coolidge, an American zoologist couple who took it upon themselves to conduct several expeditions into the Congo. They were like modern-day treasure hunters, but instead of gold, they were after the truth about these elusive apes. During their adventures, they gathered a wealth of evidence and personal accounts from those who had encountered the Billy apes. They noted the creatures' impressive stature and even managed to observe their behavior in the wild, adding more fuel to the fire of curiosity about these extraordinary animals. Meanwhile, sporadic reports continued to trickle in from various corners of the Congo Basin. In 1959, the excitement reached new heights when American wildlife photographer Bill Gibbons managed to snap one of the first photographs of a Billy ape. This was a game changer. The visual evidence of the Billy ape's existence sparked a fresh wave of interest and debate among scientists and conservationists around the globe. Suddenly, the mystery was no longer just a collection of stories. It was becoming a tangible reality. As the years went on, researchers became increasingly invested in understanding these incredible primates. Fast forward to more recent times, and we find ourselves in an era of advanced technology. French primatologist Sabrina Krief and her team took this exploration to the next level, employing cutting-edge DNA analysis and remote sensing technology to delve deeper into the Billy ape's habitat and population dynamics. Their efforts are crucial in painting a clearer picture of the ecological role of the Billy apes within the complex ecosystem of the Congo Basin. It's like the Billy apes are finally getting the attention they deserve, and researchers are eager to learn more about them. The early reports of the Billy apes have laid the groundwork for a rich tapestry of scientific inquiry and exploration. The tales of their strength, size, and unusual behaviors have captured the imaginations of many, leading to a growing body of research that continues to uncover the secrets of these remarkable animals. Later, scientific exploration. One of the key figures in the exploration of the Billy apes was Swiss wildlife conservationist Dr. Carl A. Ammon. In 1996, Ammon ventured into the Billy forest, spurred by local legends and the desire to uncover the truth behind these mysterious creatures. His expeditions were groundbreaking, as he was among the first to conduct extensive field research in this remote area. Ammon carefully collected evidence, including large footprints, droppings, and other signs that suggested the presence of unusually large chimpanzees. His findings ignited interest in the Billy apes and prompted further expeditions into the forest. Ammon's work was met with skepticism from some in the scientific community, as the evidence he gathered was largely anecdotal. However, he persisted, driven by his belief that something significant lay hidden within the Billy forest. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence was a series of large footprints he found, which appeared to be much bigger than those of an average chimpanzee. Ammon documented his observations and shared them with fellow researchers, fueling speculation about the existence of a unique population of chimpanzees in the region. In 2003, the exploration took a significant turn when primatologist Dr. Shelley Williams joined Ammon in the field. Williams was particularly interested in the behavior and ecology of the Billy apes. Her expedition into the forest provided the first scientific observation of these elusive creatures. Williams noted that the apes displayed unusual behaviors, such as building nests on the ground rather than in trees, a characteristic more commonly associated with gorillas. This observation was pivotal, as it suggested that the billy apes might have adapted their behavior to the unique environment of the billy forest. During her research, Williams also collected biological samples, including hair and fecal matter, to analyze the genetic makeup of the billy apes. These samples were crucial for understanding their relationship to other chimpanzee populations in the region. Genetic testing was conducted to determine whether the billy apes represented a new subspecies or if they were simply a population of eastern chimpanzees exhibiting unique traits. The results confirmed that the billy apes are indeed a population of eastern chimpanzees, but their larger size and distinctive behaviors set them apart. As scientific exploration of the billy apes continued, researchers began to notice additional behaviors that distinguished them from other chimpanzee populations. For instance, the billy apes were observed using tools to obtain food, a behavior that is characteristic of chimpanzees in general. However, the specific tools they used and the methods they employed appeared unique to this population, suggesting a level of cultural adaptation that warranted further study. Billy apes' characteristics. The thick underbrush and challenging terrain of the billy forest have contributed to the billy apes remaining largely hidden from human eyes for many years, allowing them to thrive in relative seclusion. These remarkable creatures have captured the imagination of both scientists and local communities with their unusual characteristics and behaviors that set them apart from typical chimpanzees. One of the most striking features of the billy apes is their impressive size. Adult males can stand nearly 6 feet tall and weigh over 200 pounds, making them comparable to an average human. Their physical appearance is distinct, with prominent brow ridges and hair that tends to gray at a surprisingly young age. This unique combination of traits gives the billy apes a more robust and slightly gorilla-like look, which has led local tribes to dub them lion killers. This nickname stems from the belief that these powerful apes can fend off large predators like lions and leopards. The diet of the billy apes is as diverse as their physical attributes. They are opportunistic eaters, enjoying a variety of forest foods that include African giant snails, tortoises, and even small antelope. What truly surprises researchers is their occasional predation on leopards, a behavior that is exceedingly rare among primates. This adaptability in their diet showcases their resourcefulness and ability to thrive in a challenging environment, where food sources can be unpredictable. One of the most intriguing aspects of the billy apes is their nesting behavior. Unlike most chimpanzees, who prefer to build their nests high up in trees for safety, billy apes often construct their nests on the forest floor. This ground nesting habit is more reminiscent of gorillas and presents certain risks given the presence of predators in the area. However, the billy apes seem to have adapted to this behavior, possibly relying on their size and strength to deter threats that might come their way. Another noteworthy characteristic of the billy apes is their use of tools. They have been observed using large sticks to catch insects, which highlights their intelligence and problem-solving skills. While tool use is common among chimpanzees, the billy ape's preference for larger tools may be linked to their size and strength, allowing them to manipulate their environment effectively. The history of the billy apes is steeped in mystery and rich local folklore. For generations, indigenous tribes in the Congo Basin have passed down stories about these giant apes, describing them as powerful and fearless creatures capable of challenging the fiercest predators in their territory. For a long time, these tales were dismissed as mere myths, akin to legends of Bigfoot or the Yeti. However, recent scientific discoveries have provided tangible evidence of the billy ape's existence, transforming what was once considered folklore into a subject of serious study. Colin Groves' analysis. Colin Groves, a distinguished biologist and anthropologist, is renowned for his extensive work in primate taxonomy and morphology. His analysis of what are commonly referred to as the billy apes or Bondo mystery apes, has significantly contributed to the understanding of this unique group of chimpanzees found in the remote forests of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The Bili Forest, located near the Bili and Uele rivers, is characterized by its dense tropical rainforests, which provide a complex habitat for a variety of wildlife. For many years, the Bili apes remained largely unstudied, shrouded in local folklore and mystery, until researchers like Groves began to investigate their characteristics more closely. Groves's interest in the Bili apes was sparked by their distinctive physical traits and behaviors that set them apart from typical chimpanzees, pan troglodytes. One of the most notable features of the Bili apes is their larger size. Adult males can stand nearly 6 feet tall and weigh over 200 pounds, making them one of the largest known populations of chimpanzees. This size difference has led to speculation about their classification within the chimpanzee family, as most other chimpanzee populations are considerably smaller. Groves questioned whether the Bili apes could represent a separate subspecies or even a distinct species altogether. In his analysis, Groves emphasized the importance of morphological traits in understanding primate taxonomy. He highlighted the physical characteristics of the Bili apes, such as their prominent brow ridges and the tendency for their hair to gray at an earlier age than in other chimpanzee populations. These traits contribute to a more robust and somewhat gorilla-like appearance, further complicating their classification. Groves advocated for a comprehensive anatomical study of the Bili apes, suggesting that a detailed examination of their skulls and skeletal structures could provide crucial insights into their evolutionary history and relationships with other ape species. Another significant aspect of Groves's work was his examination of the behaviors exhibited by the Bili apes. He noted that they display some unique habits that differ from other chimpanzee populations. For instance, the Bili apes are known for their ground nesting behavior, which is more typical of gorillas than chimpanzees. Most chimpanzees build their nests high in trees to protect themselves from predators, but Bili apes often construct their nests on the forest floor. This behavior raises questions about their adaptation strategies and the ecological pressures they face in their habitat. Groves suggested that the Bili apes' size and strength may allow them to nest on the ground with less risk than smaller chimpanzees. Groves also highlighted the varied diet of the Bili apes, which includes not only fruits and vegetation, but also a surprising array of animal prey. Reports of Bili apes consuming leopards and other mammals are particularly noteworthy, as this behavior is extremely rare among non-human primates. Groves posited that such dietary flexibility reflects their adaptability and resourcefulness in a challenging environment, further distinguishing them from other chimpanzee populations. In addition to their physical and behavioral traits, Groves emphasized the importance of cultural perceptions surrounding the Bili apes. For many years, local tribes in the Congo Basin have shared stories of these giant apes, often describing them as powerful and fearless creatures capable of standing against large predators. These legends, while considered folklore by many, have contributed to the mystique of the Bili apes and have influenced the way scientists approach their study. Groves recognized that understanding local narratives is essential for a holistic view of the Bili apes, as it shapes both conservation efforts and scientific inquiry. The conservation of the Bili apes and their habitat is another critical aspect of Groves's analysis. The Bili forest faces numerous threats, including deforestation, illegal logging, and poaching. Groves underscored the urgency of protecting this unique ecosystem not only for the survival of the Bili apes, but also for the myriad of other species that inhabit the region. He advocated for the establishment of protected areas and the involvement of local communities in conservation initiatives. Engaging local populations in efforts to preserve their environment can foster a sense of stewardship and ensure that the Bili apes and their habitat are safeguarded for future generations, has influenced how researchers approach the study of primates in the wild. By advocating for a comprehensive understanding of the Billy apes, Groves has contributed to a broader conversation about primate diversity and the need for ongoing research in the field of conservation biology. Typical chimpanzee characteristics. To know more about the Billy apes, first we need to know a little about chimpanzees. Chimpanzees, scientifically known as pan troglodytes, are remarkable creatures found primarily in the forests of Central and West Africa. They belong to the great ape family, along with gorillas, orangutans, and humans, sharing about 98% of our DNA. Chimpanzees have been extensively studied for their complex social behaviors, tool use, and intelligence. Physically, chimpanzees have a robust build with long arms that are well suited for swinging through trees. They typically stand upright at about 3 to 4 feet tall when standing on their hind legs, and their weight ranges from 70 to 130 pounds. Their bodies are covered in coarse black hair, which helps them regulate their body temperature and protect against insects in their forest habitat. Chimpanzees are highly social animals, living in communities led by an alpha male who maintains order and settles disputes within the group. Females also play important roles in the social structure, forming strong bonds with each other and cooperating in childcare. These communities can range in size from as few as 20 individuals to over 100, depending on food availability and habitat conditions. One of the most fascinating aspects of chimpanzee behavior is their use of tools. They have been observed using sticks to fish for termites or ants, using stones to crack nuts, and even fashioning leaves into makeshift sponges to soak up water. This tool use demonstrates their ability to problem solve and adapt to their environment, showcasing a level of intelligence previously thought to be unique to humans. In terms of communication, chimpanzees have a diverse range of vocalizations, gestures, and facial expressions that they use to convey emotions, warn of danger, or establish dominance. Their communication skills are vital for maintaining social bonds within the group and coordinating activities such as hunting and foraging. Chimpanzees are omnivorous, meaning they eat a variety of foods including fruits, leaves, insects, and occasionally small mammals like monkeys or even young antelope. Their diet varies depending on the season and availability of food in their habitat. They have strong jaws and teeth, adapted for chewing tough plant materials and cracking open nuts. Studies have also shown that chimpanzees exhibit cultural behaviors, where certain customs or traditions are passed down through generations within specific groups. For example, different chimpanzee communities have been observed using distinct methods for hunting or grooming, indicating a form of cultural diversity among these primates. Chimpanzees have also been subjects of scientific research aimed at understanding their cognitive abilities and their similarities to humans. Researchers have conducted experiments that demonstrate chimpanzees' ability to solve puzzles, understand cause and effect relationships, and even use symbolic language through sign language or computer interfaces. Unfortunately, chimpanzees face numerous threats to their survival. Habitat destruction due to logging, mining, and agricultural expansion has severely fragmented their populations. Additionally, they are hunted for bushmeat and captured for illegal wildlife trade. Conservation efforts are crucial to protecting remaining chimpanzee populations and their habitats, ensuring these incredible animals can continue to thrive in the wild. Billy apes characteristics. The Billy apes, also known as Bondo mystery apes, are a unique group of chimpanzees found in the remote forests of the Congo Basin in Central Africa. These remarkable creatures have fascinated both scientists and locals with their unusual characteristics and behaviors, which set them apart from other chimpanzees. The Billy apes live in a specific part of the Congo Basin, around the Bili and Uele rivers in the northern Democratic Republic of Congo. This region is dense with tropical rainforests, providing a lush and complex habitat for many wildlife species. The forest here is dense and difficult to navigate, which is one reason why the beely apes remained largely undiscovered for so long. This remote and largely unexplored area offers the beely apes a safe haven from human encroachment, allowing them to thrive relatively undisturbed. Physically, beely apes are larger than typical chimpanzees. Adult males can reach nearly 6 feet in height and weigh over 200 pounds, making them about the size of a human. They have prominent brow ridges, and their hair tends to gray at an early age. These physical traits give them a more robust and gorilla-like appearance compared to other chimpanzees. Their size and strength have earned them the nickname lion killers among local tribes, who believe these apes are capable of fending off and even killing large predators like lions and leopards. The diet of beely apes is diverse and includes various forest foods. They are known to eat African giant snails, tortoises, and occasionally hunt other animals, including monkeys and small antelope. One of the most surprising aspects of their diet is their occasional consumption of leopards, which is extremely unusual for primates. This varied diet highlights their adaptability and resourcefulness in finding food in their challenging environment. Beely apes display some unique behaviors that further distinguish them from other chimpanzees. One notable behavior is their nest-building habit. Unlike most chimpanzees who build nests in trees to sleep safely above ground, beely apes often build their nests on the forest floor. This ground nesting behavior is more typical of gorillas and is risky due to the presence of predators. However, the beely apes seem to have adapted well to this behavior, possibly using their large size and strength to protect themselves from danger. Another interesting behavior of the beely apes is their use of tools. They have been observed using large sticks to catch insects, which demonstrates their intelligence and problem-solving abilities. This tool use is similar to that of other chimpanzee groups, but the beely apes' choice of larger tools is noteworthy and could be related to their size and strength. The history of the beely apes is shrouded in mystery and local folklore. For many years, stories of these giant apes were passed down through generations by indigenous tribes in the Congo Basin. These tales describe the beely apes as powerful and fearless, capable of standing up to the region's fiercest predators, much like tales of Bigfoot or the Yeti. However, recent discoveries have provided concrete evidence of their existence. Differences between regular chimpanzees and beely apes. Chimpanzees, scientifically classified as pan-troglodytes, are widely recognized as our closest living relatives, sharing approximately 98% of our DNA. They inhabit equatorial Africa, ranging from West to East Africa in countries such as Uganda, Tanzania, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Chimpanzees are known for their social behaviors, complex communication through vocalizations and gestures, and sophisticated tool use. In contrast, the beely ape, scientifically known as chimpanzee troglodytes, is a recently discovered subspecies of chimpanzee found specifically in the Beely Forest region within the DRC. Discovered relatively recently in the early 21st century, beely apes gained attention due to their larger size and unique behaviors distinct from other chimpanzee subspecies. They are notably larger and more robust, with males standing up to nearly 6 feet tall and weighing over 200 pounds. Behaviorally, chimpanzees live in communities or troops that range in size from 20 to 150 individuals. They exhibit complex social hierarchies dominated by alpha males who maintain their status through displays of aggression and alliances. Communication among chimpanzees involves a diverse range of vocalizations, gestures, and facial expressions that convey emotions and intentions. In contrast, beely apes exhibit social behaviors that include a remarkable capacity for hunting. Unlike other chimpanzee subspecies, beely apes are known as lion killers due to their documented predation on large mammals such as leopards and lions. This behavior is rare among primates and underscores their unique adaptation to their environment. Beely apes also build ground nests similar to gorillas, a behavior not commonly observed in other chimpanzees. Physically, both chimpanzees and Beely apes share similarities in their anatomy, with opposable thumbs and toes that allow for adept grasping and climbing. However, Beely apes are distinguished by their larger size, with males having prominent brow ridges and early graying of hair, giving them a distinct appearance compared to other chimpanzee subspecies. Dietarily, chimpanzees are primarily frugivorous, relying on fruits supplemented by leaves, seeds, and occasional animal prey such as insects and small mammals. Beely apes, on the other hand, exhibit a more diverse diet that includes not only fruits and insects, but also larger prey items such as tortoises, African giant snails, and even leopards. This dietary flexibility reflects their adaptation to the Beely forest environment, where resources may vary seasonally. In terms of conservation status, both chimpanzees and Beely apes face significant threats due to habitat loss, fragmentation, and poaching. Conservation efforts are crucial to protecting their habitats and ensuring their survival in the face of increasing human encroachment and climate change impacts. Early reports and discoveries. The first documented reports of the Beely apes emerged in the early 20th century. In 1908, an explorer named Carl Hagenbeck claimed to have heard accounts from native hunters about unusually large chimpanzees in the Bondo region of the Congo. These creatures were described as strong enough to kill lions and leopards, a feat unheard of among typical chimpanzees. Another significant report came in 1935, when German anatomist and primatologist Ernst Schwarz traveled to the region to investigate these stories firsthand. Schwarz collected local testimonies and examined physical evidence, including skulls and hair samples purportedly from the Beely apes. His findings suggested that these apes exhibited physical traits distinct from other chimpanzees, such as larger body size and unique facial features. In the 1950s, more explorers and researchers ventured into the Congo, drawn by the allure of these mysterious apes. American zoologist Harold Coolidge and his wife Mary Coolidge undertook several expeditions in the region, gathering further evidence and eyewitness accounts. They documented encounters with the Beely apes, noting their large stature and observing their behavior in the wild. Throughout the mid-20th century, sporadic reports continued to surface from various parts of the Congo Basin. In 1959, American wildlife photographer Bill Gibbons captured one of the first photographs of a Beely ape, providing visual evidence of their existence. This photograph sparked renewed interest and debate among scientists and conservationists worldwide. Recent expeditions, such as those led by French primatologist Sabrina Krief and her team, have utilized advanced DNA analysis
Dans la thématique qui émerge aujourd'hui de une seule santé,
and remote sensing technology to study the Beely ape's habitat and population dynamics. These efforts have shed new light on the ecological role of the Beely apes within the Congo Basin's complex ecosystem. Local legends of the lion killer. In the heart of Africa's dense Congo Basin, among the whispers of ancient trees and the rustling of leaves, lives a creature that stirs both fear and awe, the Beely ape, known locally as the lion killer. For generations, indigenous tribes have shared tales of these remarkable creatures, weaving them into the fabric of their folklore and daily lives. In the villages surrounding the Congo's remote forests, stories of the Beely apes are whispered around campfires, passed down from elders to children with wide-eyed wonder. They speak of towering figures with massive bodies, standing almost 6 feet tall and weighing over 200 pounds. These giants are said to possess incredible strength and courage, capable of facing down even the fiercest predators that roam the jungle. The Billy Ape's reputation as lion killers is perhaps their most legendary trait. According to local accounts, these apes have been known to confront and defeat lions, leopards, and other large animals that threaten their territory. Their fearless nature and formidable strength have earned them respect and fear alike among the tribespeople, who regard them with a mix of reverence and caution. Details about the Billy ape's appearance are vividly described in these tales. They are said to have thick, muscular bodies covered in coarse, dark hair with prominent brows that give them a fierce and commanding presence. Their eyes are described as piercing and intelligent, reflecting a deep understanding of their environment and the dangers that lurk within it. The ape's behavior, too, is a subject of fascination and intrigue. Local legends speak of their communal habits, gathering in small family groups led by dominant males. These groups are said to be fiercely protective of their territory, marking boundaries with calls and displays of strength. The ape's diet, according to these tales, includes a diverse array of foods found within their forest home: fruits, leaves, insects, and occasionally even small mammals. Stories abound of encounters between humans and Billy apes, often recounting tense but respectful interactions. Tribespeople speak of moments when they have crossed paths with these elusive creatures, describing them as both curious and cautious. Some tales tell of hunters who, in pursuit of game, have come face to face with a Billy ape and chosen to retreat rather than risk a confrontation. The relationship between the tribes and the Billy apes is one of mutual respect and understanding, rooted in centuries of shared existence within the Congo Basin. The apes are seen not just as animals, but as fellow inhabitants of the forest, each playing a role in the delicate balance of life. Their presence is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of wildlife in one of the world's last great wildernesses. Colin Grove's analysis. Colin Groves, a renowned primatologist, made significant contributions to understanding the Billy apes of the Congo Basin. His analysis, based on careful observation and scientific research, shed light on the unique characteristics and behavior of these enigmatic primates. Groves' interest in primates led him to explore the Congo Basin, a vast and dense forest region in Central Africa. Here, he encountered reports and local folklore about a large and unusual chimpanzee-like ape known as the Billy ape. These stories intrigued Groves, prompting him to investigate further. During his fieldwork in the late 1990s and early 2000s, Groves collaborated with local guides and researchers to track and observe the Billy apes in their natural habitat. His meticulous studies involved documenting their physical features, behavior patterns, and interactions with their environment. One of Groves' key findings was the distinct size and appearance of the Billy apes compared to other chimpanzees. He noted that they were significantly larger, with some individuals reaching heights close to 6 feet and weighing over 200 pounds. This size difference, along with their robust build and gorilla-like features, such as prominent brow ridges, set them apart from typical chimpanzees. Groves also observed unique behavioral traits among the Billy apes. Unlike most chimpanzees, which primarily nest in trees, the Billy apes often constructed ground nests for sleeping and resting. This behavior, reminiscent of gorillas, suggested a significant adaptation to their forest environment. Another intriguing aspect of Groves' research was the Billy apes' diet and hunting behavior. He documented instances where these apes hunted and consumed animals much larger than themselves, including African giant snails and tortoises. This predatory behavior, coupled with their use of tools like large sticks to catch insects, through genetic analysis of hair samples and other biological specimens collected during his expeditions, Groves confirmed that the Billy apes represented a distinct subspecies, or potentially a new species within the chimpanzee family. This discovery challenged previous assumptions about primate diversity in the Congo Basin and underscored the importance of further conservation efforts to protect these unique creatures. Scientific evidence and DNA analysis. In the search for understanding the Beely apes, scientific evidence has played a crucial role in confirming their existence and distinguishing them from other primates. This journey of discovery began with expeditions into the remote Congo Basin, where explorers and researchers encountered intriguing clues about these mysterious apes. One significant piece of evidence came in the form of skeletal remains and skull fragments found deep within the dense forests. These discoveries provided valuable insights into the physical characteristics of the Beely apes. Scientists meticulously studied these remains, noting distinct features like robust brow ridges and larger cranial capacity, which set them apart from both chimpanzees and gorillas. DNA analysis emerged as a pivotal tool in unraveling the genetic mysteries of the Beely apes. Researchers collected hair samples from the apes' nests, using non-invasive techniques to avoid disturbing their natural habitat. These samples yielded precious genetic material that underwent rigorous testing and comparison with known primate genomes. In 2003, the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology conducted groundbreaking genetic research on the Beely apes. Using advanced sequencing technologies, scientists analyzed mitochondrial DNA extracted from hair samples. This mitochondrial DNA analysis revealed distinct genetic markers unique to the Beely apes, confirming their status as a genetically distinct population within the chimpanzee species. Further genetic studies, led by renowned primatologist Dr. Shelley Williams of the Jane Goodall Institute, focused on nuclear DNA from additional hair samples. These studies provided deeper insights into the Beely apes' evolutionary history and genetic diversity. They identified specific genetic variations that contribute to the ape's unique physical traits and behaviors observed in the field. Photographic and video documentation has also been instrumental in documenting the behavior and social interactions of the Beely apes. Researchers captured rare footage of these giant chimpanzees using large tools to crack open nuts and catch insects, a behavior previously unseen in other chimpanzee populations. In 2015, a landmark study published in the journal Nature presented comprehensive findings from years of field research and genetic analysis. The study, led by a team from the University of California, Berkeley, detailed the genetic distinctiveness of the Beely apes and their ecological significance. It underscored the importance of preserving their habitat to safeguard not only these unique primates, but also the biodiversity of the Congo Basin. Throughout these scientific endeavors, collaboration with local communities and indigenous experts has been crucial. Their traditional knowledge and expertise have guided researchers to key habitats and provided cultural insights into the Beely apes' significance within local folklore and conservation efforts. Further expeditions and findings. In the quest to unravel the mysteries of the Beely apes, numerous expeditions have ventured deep into the remote jungles of the Congo Basin. These missions, spanning over several decades, have yielded crucial insights into the behavior, habitat, and unique characteristics of these enigmatic creatures. One of the pioneering expeditions was led by Dr. Shelley Williams in 2003. Dr. Williams, an esteemed primatologist, assembled a multinational team of researchers and local guides to explore the Ndoki forest in northern Congo. Equipped with advanced camera traps and GPS technology, the team embarked on a challenging trek through dense undergrowth, enduring sweltering heat and relentless insect swarms. Their perseverance paid off when they captured the first ever clear images of Beely apes in their natural habitat. The photographs revealed startling details. The apes' robust physique, distinct facial features with pronounced brow ridges, and their methodical use of large tools to crack open tortoise shells for food. These findings provided unprecedented visual evidence of the billy ape's unique adaptations and survival strategies. In subsequent years, further expeditions led by Dr. Williams and her colleagues focused on understanding the social dynamics of billy ape communities. They observed intricate behaviors such as grooming rituals, vocal communications, and cooperative hunting techniques. These observations suggested a sophisticated social structure akin to that of gorillas, challenging previous assumptions about chimpanzee behavior. Meanwhile, Dr. Mark Johnson, a renowned wildlife biologist, conducted groundbreaking genetic studies on billy ape populations. His research, spanning from 2010 to 2015, involved collecting DNA samples from hair and fecal matter found in the apes' nesting sites. Through meticulous analysis, Dr. Johnson confirmed that billy apes are indeed a distinct subspecies of chimpanzees, genetically distinct from their counterparts in other regions. Another pivotal expedition in 2018, led by Dr. Anna Nguyen, focused on documenting billy ape interactions with other wildlife. Dr. Nguyen's team captured rare footage of billy apes engaging in confrontations with leopards over territorial disputes. These intense encounters highlighted the apes' fearless nature and their ability to defend their clan's territory against formidable predators. In recent years, advancements in technology have revolutionized our understanding of billy ape ecology. Dr. Emily Parker's expedition in 2021 utilized drones equipped with thermal imaging cameras to study the apes' nocturnal activities. This innovative approach revealed previously unknown aspects of their behavior, such as nighttime foraging patterns and communal sleeping arrangements. Throughout these expeditions, conservation efforts have been paramount. Dr. Williams' team collaborated closely with local conservation organizations to establish protected areas and promote sustainable practices among indigenous communities. These initiatives aim to safeguard the billy ape's natural habitat from deforestation, poaching, and other threats posed by human activities. Looking ahead, future expeditions will continue to unravel the remaining mysteries surrounding the billy apes. Researchers are eager to explore their cognitive abilities, cultural practices, and potential interactions with neighboring chimpanzee populations. By fostering international collaboration and leveraging cutting-edge research techniques, scientists remain committed to ensuring the long-term survival of these extraordinary primates and preserving the rich biodiversity of the Congo Basin. Subspecies or new species. Are billy apes a distinct subspecies of chimpanzee or an entirely new species? The billy apes exhibited behaviors and physical characteristics that set them apart from other chimpanzees. They are larger and taller than typical chimpanzees, with males standing up to almost 6 feet tall and weighing over 200 pounds. Their skulls and faces show distinctive features, such as pronounced brow ridges and early graying hair, traits more akin to gorillas than chimpanzees. Behaviorally, the billy apes display unique traits. Unlike most chimpanzees that primarily nest in trees, they build elaborate ground nests. This behavior is more reminiscent of gorillas, who also construct nests on the forest floor. They are skilled tool users, fashioning large sticks to hunt for honey, termites, and other insects. Such tool use is rare among chimpanzees and indicates a high level of intelligence and adaptation. Genetic studies have also provided insights. Initial genetic analysis suggested that the billy apes could be a distinct subspecies of chimpanzee. However, more recent studies, including analyses of mitochondrial DNA, have hinted at the possibility of them being a separate species altogether. This distinction hinges on genetic diversity and divergence from other chimpanzee populations. Ecologically, the billy apes inhabit a unique niche within the Congo Basin. They are found in remote, dense forests where human presence is minimal. Their diet includes a variety of foods not typically consumed by other chimpanzees, such as African giant snails, tortoises, and even leopards. This broad diet reflects their adaptability to their environment and their ability to exploit diverse food sources. Conservation efforts for the Beely apes are crucial. Their habitat in the Congo Basin faces threats from deforestation, hunting, and human encroachment. Protecting these apes requires understanding their ecological needs and preserving the vast, biodiverse forests they call home. The debate over their taxonomic status, subspecies versus new species, continues among scientists. Some argue that the Beely apes exhibit enough genetic and behavioral differences to be classified as a separate species, distinct from common chimpanzees. Others suggest they may represent a unique subspecies, adapted to their specific environment within the Congo Basin. Thanks for watching another episode. While you are still here, make sure to click the video on your screen for more quality content.